Hi there, students. This is going to be a little preview assignment for a project we're going to be doing tomorrow, where you're going to be looking at different designs for custom wheels. Now, a wheel could be solid, but most automobiles have some sort of pattern that lets some light through, and it lets air through, and it also makes the wheel lighter. So I want to show you some examples of versions of this that past students have done. So this first one I want to show you here. Let's take a look, and I want to zoom in on here. You could see that we're using a variable called rotation, and we first put in a short cylinder. And so if I step forward here, it makes a short cylinder. And then for the rest of that, it'll go in and make a shape in the shape of a hole and then rotate it around in the right direction. So if we keep putting this in, that'll put the shape in, it'll rotate it to the right direction, and then it's going to move it out to the right, and then rotate it a certain amount, change the rotation, and then it's going to go back and finish this. Now it's making these as holes each time. And it's finishing this thing up. And then it grouped it. And then what we ended up with is a wheel with star-shaped openings. Okay, so there's our first example. Now, the second example is a little more involved. This next student did a couple of different shapes on here, and that is going to be right here. And this student here, they are rotating two different shapes in two different amounts. So they're changing the first rotation by 30 each time, and the second shape it's rotating by 80. So you could see it's going to place this shape in first as a whole. So let's take a look at this. And it's putting in a shape and moving it actually to the left. So it's moving at negative amounts. And then this student is rotating it 30 degrees each time. I'm going to speed this up. And then it places a second set of decorations kind of embedded in here. So you see on this one, it made different shaped holes, and then they made solids in here as well. Okay. The third example and final example I'm going to show you is probably the best wheel I have ever seen made. This student was super, super clever in the way they did this. And this student, let's get back to here. Whoop. Let's get back to the main code blocks area. Give me just a moment. And this one here was really amazing. So they used, actually as a shape, they used a letter in the text tool right here as the first shape that they rotated. And they rotated those by 40 degrees at a time. And then they used a star shape, and they rotated those also at 40 degrees each time, but moved it a different distance out. And then they made a little tube to make a black colored tire around the outside. So let's see this in real time. So it's using the letter J as an interesting shape to do something with. And you could see it rotates around and finishes those up as holes. And then they're putting stars out in other locations here, where it rotates it around 40 degrees each time, but it's only going out here, I believe, 10 each time. And then it groups it together and then makes a tire. So you could see that shapes can also be holes that get made. And then you could see they made a tire that was a little taller here. So hopefully that can give you some idea for the custom wheel that you will be making on your own. So thank you very much for watching.